All right, on today's show, I welcome on a very, very special guest. He is Tre Norman. He's a junior guard for Worcester Academy Boys Basketball team. Tre, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, Tre. Tre, your basketball season has come to an end, and the AAU season has started. How is the AAU season going so far, and for the BABC?
It's going good. Just workouts right now, getting everybody back in shape. After the season, our coach really wants the guys who made it far in the tournament and stuff like that to really rest their bodies, but also be at practice still for leadership purposes, so we can still all meet each other. But we're just getting back into it. We don't start our first game until next week, and then we go off to EYBL the week after. So yeah, we're just practicing, getting to build our chemistry. It's a lot of new guys on the team. There's some veterans, me, TJ Power, Reed, Joey Thomas. So it's a good base of veterans mixed with a good talented new group. So we'll be okay.
That's cool. That's really cool. And TJ plays on your team as well too, right? For at Worcester Academy.
Yeah.
What's it like to be able to team up with him on the AAU court as well too?
It's good. It's all year round. I see this guy all the time, every day. It's started. I want to say the first year he came, which was our freshman year. He started playing with us, and then the year after, we decided that we were going to go to Worcester. So it's good knowing that our chemistry is going to continue to build all year round. While most guys, only play with each other at high school or only play with each other at AAU. So it definitely feels good, knowing that going into our next season, we don't have to rebuild any type of chemistry. It's just added on to what we already had.
Yeah, that's really great. And then also too, being playing in the EYBL, what's that experience like and playing some of the other top talent across the nation?
Oh well, last year was my first official time playing EYBL because COVID stuff happened when I was a sophomore, stuff like that. So it's definitely different. It was challenging last year for us. We had an EYBL session, which was all of them combined, and we just stayed out in Georgia for 2 weeks.
Oh
So it
wow.
wasn't weeks. So you definitely get a new perspective on things and how good you think you are at the game, because there's a bunch of guys out there that you've never heard of who are very talented and scrappy and really want what you want. And it definitely helped and motivated me a lot. And I'm just excited to go back out and play EYBL, but this time with experience. Like I said, the veterans, me, TJ, and Reed, we played 17s last year,
Yeah.
so it's definitely going to be a good time for this EYBL season. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's really exciting, and that's really cool that you get to have that experience to be able to play in the EYBL, and then obviously it sounds very mature of you to take the experience and where you stand and how you're playing against guys and everything like that. How do you take that information and kind of just go into the next off season to work hard with that?
Um, so me personally, I take the information as I've rotated more towards the guard spot. At my old school's public school, so I was kind of the biggest guy. So I really didn't I had it on my hand, but I wasn't really bringing it up. I wasn't facilitating. I wasn't doing normal point guard stuff. So after I left, I started switching my game into guard. So when we went to that EYBL session, I wasn't really developed yet. So there was a lot of this. I saw a lot on what I had to work on and what I needed to improve on for me to go back and dominate instead of me just being there just to be there.
Yeah.
So I definitely took away I developed more of my shot playing in Worcester. I developed more being a one, thinking more about facilitating, thinking more of the game, putting guys in the right spots and stuff like that, taking better shots, not just shooting stuff. Learn how to control the ball with pressure, because in certain situations, I'm be the one who has to bring up the ball if other guys can't do it and stuff like that. So playing in the EYBL last year just definitely exposed a lot of my weak points, but I take basketball as a challenge. So, I just improve and improve every day as much as I can. So that's all it was.
That's awesome. I mean, when you look at those weak points, do you go back to film, and especially when you move into the guard position, do you watch any film of any guys in the NBA or anything, or is it just something or someone you work with?
Um, I watch a lot of film on Kobe and Jordan, but it's not I mean, I have I have a post play. Like I stay in a post sometimes, especially when it's mismatches. And I like to say I'm pretty known for a lot of mismatches in a post. I know how to post fade and stuff like that. That's all stuff I stole from them, but I don't watch them just for that. I kind of just watch Kobe and Jordan just to see how hungry they were. And like Jordan, you know, he was obsessed with winning and like stuff like that. And
Yeah.
Michael and Kobe, like, you know, the way he thought the game was like unique. So I just watched them to learn how to like, I don't know how to carry myself in a basketball way like that. So I don't really watch anybody to, you know, take moves or like, I don't know, mimic my game after, but I do watch people to see how they think and how they carry themselves outside of basketball and stuff like that. Cause, you know, basketball is 90% mental. So yeah, there's sometimes in basketball where stuff doesn't go your way and it gets like depressing. So you got to find a way to fight through that. So that's why I watch those people.
Yeah, those are two great guys to watch. I think their mentalities are those killer instincts and their competitive edge is unbelievable. But I also saw that you have that little the Jordan and the Kobe mid-range jumper turnaround fadeaway, huh?
Yeah.
I saw you hit that in the championship game and for Worcester Academy. I mean, what was that? Let's jump into the Worcester Academy season. What was the season like with Worcester Academy and have that championship run?
The season, uh, for lack of better words, it was just a regular season, and we ended up coming out on top. In the beginning, you know, we had high hopes. Guys fell down with COVID injuries. One of our players, Jake Blackburn, he missed basically the whole season due to a back injury, and it was stuff like that. And our coach always told us like a wounded animal is dangerous. So you know, we were always wounded. There was a couple times where we were at full strength. We were missing our other player, Todd Brogner. You know, he was a big part of our team. And he still is coming back next year. He had foot injuries and COVID early in the season. So a lot of guys on our team were missing a lot of playing time and stuff like that. Kayvon missed a couple of games due to vaccination, stuff like that. So going in the start of the season, you know, we lost a couple games. And, you know, losing games, like we lost a couple games by like 20, and losing games like that can, you know, could be like demoralizing. Like you could, you know, a lot of people put their heads down and be like, this is it. But we knew we had a lot of fight left in us. And in practice, we just improved every day. And then towards the end of the season where it really mattered, we kind of went on I think it was like an 8-0 run, but just winning. And yeah, our coach told us, like when we lock in on defense, everything else comes. Like our offense was going to run itself. We have a bunch of guys who can get a bucket. We had Dan Bessel, who's best shooter I've ever played with. Feel me? You had TJ, he can get a bucket. Kayvon, very athletic, can shoot the ball. Like we had a lot of players on our team. Jake Shapiro from LA, he could shoot the ball, he can facilitate. So our offense is gonna come no matter what. It was just more so locking in on defense. And I think once we did that, once we figured out when we lock in on defense, there's nobody who can beat us. That's when we kind of like picked it up and we went on that run.
Yeah, that's an amazing run that you guys went on, and you guys came out winning the championship against Brantford Christian Academy. I mean, what was that game like? Weren't you guys down and then you guys came back and made a big run? And you mentioned Dan Bissell with a huge game winner. What was that all like?
So going into the half, I think we was down like 12, and it was just simple from our leaders. You know, me, all the senior guards, Jake Shapiro, Dan, Abdullah, TJ, Kayvon. We all just took it into our own hands and said we wasn't going to lose this game. The game before we played Cushion, and you know, we found out after the game that we were going to have our championship game at our school. So, you know, we kind of took that into consideration. Our crowd, our fan support was like great. There was a lot of people there. They were definitely on our side. But at halftime, we just knew we wasn't going to lose the game. Like we worked this hard to win. We didn't work this hard just to become second place. And I told the guys that, like, when you win a championship, like, you remember that forever. Like, I'm never going to forget any of these guys on that team. Like, I'm going to know them for the rest of my life, being at their weddings, their kids' birthday parties and stuff like that. And I told them, like, nobody ever remembers the second place people. So let's not be those type of people that, you know, we forget. It's not an award just to say, oh, we made it to the championship. Nobody cares if you don't win it. So coming out, they even went on a little quick run. We'd even start fighting back until a little bit later. But going down the stretch, you know, they hit shots. We knew they were going to hit shots because last time we played them, they were hitting shots. They're a great team, great shooters. So we just had to take in consideration that it's a game of runs, and we had to go on our run, and then we ended up coming back, and history played itself towards the end of that game.
Yeah, it was a crazy ending. I mean, you came down, I think, and you hit a nice turnaround, like I mentioned, a nice turnaround mid-range game, jump shot, and then they came back down, like they made like a layup or a jump shot, and then your teammate Kayvon just shit out to Dan Bichelle for the game winner. When you saw that thing go in, were you guys like?
So after the game, I was like, when you because the ball rattled in a little, so I was like, when you let the ball go, did you know it was going in? He said he knew it was going in. I was under the hoop, so when Kayvon passed it to him and he shot the ball, like I do this all the time. Like when any of my teammates shoot the ball, in my head I just be like, come on, so it could go in. And when he shot it, I was just doing the same thing. But once it went in, there was still time left. So it went in, the crowd went stupid, but we didn't have time to celebrate. So we sprint back, and like it was chaos. Like I couldn't who I had. Like, I seen like two people and one person in the corner. Like it was just chaos. I didn't know who was where. So I run back and I'm looking, and one of their guys are bringing it up. So I just start guarding him. And Kurt Ting is like on the wing, and he's like wide open for a split second. But Dan recovers once he catches it. Then he kind of like double clutches his three, and it just rattles out. And then the game was over. But I didn't realize the game was over. Like once he missed it, everybody just swarmed the court. But I didn't realize the game was over. I'm like, yo, what's going on? And then I looked, and we ended up winning. And I went to go hug my mom and stuff like that. And then we started celebrating after.
That's awesome. That's so, it was a crazy ending, and that's so crazy. Yeah. When I saw the shot miss, I watched the video online. Everyone just stormed the court. It was like a blink. I thought it was edited, but it was just happened so quickly.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, what's it like too to play for Coach Sullivan, and like what has he been like a part of your game?
I love Coach Sullivan and Coach Dan and Coach Mike, the whole coaching staff. It's great. He's been a great support since I got there, and since I was even looking at Worcester to go to. A lot of people say he's crazy, but I don't know. I don't think he's crazy. I think he's normal. He yells a lot, but I mean, he knows that doesn't faze me. So I don't know. He's just a great coach to play for. He takes the game as a bunch of challenges too, just like me. He admits when he's wrong. He admits when he didn't lead as well as he should have, or something like that. And in some cases, there were games where he let the game get to him, and like I should have like stepped up, and I didn't. But I told him like it was my fault, and I learned from it. But I don't know. He's a guy who's always looking to improve, and I really appreciate that. And he helps me get better every day, on and off the court, and mentally and physically. So, yeah,
that's great. I mean, it sounds like you have a great coaching staff there, and I've heard great things about Coach Sullivan from other coaches in the NESPAC as well too. So it's awesome that you could get someone like that, and that's great that you get to work with him. And now for yourself, everything that's been going on, I mean, you're an excellent, great player, and some great things have been coming out down the line for yourself. I mean, what has it been like to receive college offers from Division I schools, even some of the Power 5 schools? What's that been like for yourself?
It's a blessing. I think I got my first offer like last summer, and ever since then, it's just kind of been going uphill. It feels really good because when I was growing up, a lot of people didn't think I would be able to do this. I was a little. I didn't grow yet. You feel me? I didn't grow, so I was a little shorter. I was a little chubbier. I was a lot slower and stuff like that. So I know people now say, "Oh, I seen it in you then," but I know they really didn't. Feel me? So it's whatever. But it feels good. Just knowing that I have my own option to pick what school I want to go to for free, and really just pursue my basketball career. And yeah, so it feels good. Sometimes, I just want to be a kid sometimes and just relax and get away from all the texting and stuff. But at the end of the day, I enjoy the process. Like I said, it's a blessing, and I just can't wait to EYBL to hopefully get some more schools.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there'll be more schools pouring in. It is a blessing, and there's a small percentage of guys that get to go on to play Division I school, and that's awesome for you to have that, being part of that percentage, and be able to go to hopefully for basketball for free down the line. That's really cool. And now, what does your upcoming off season look like? I mean, besides AAU, what do you got going on?
Um, Off season, I recently figured out that my off season is probably like 2 month span of when I get to school and to when the season starts, because the whole summer is just AAU. So hopefully I figure out a decision on where I want to go to school. And so by the time it's my next season, I could just focus on high school and not focus on like having to, I don't know, try to prove something to everybody. But the season, I don't know, get faster, work out, feel me, just improve my body, improve my skill set, and just, I don't know. Yeah, just improve, like just improve overall, and definitely rehab. I definitely gotta get my body at 100%.
Yeah, I mean, the prep school season is like a long season, then you jump right into AAU. So definitely got to get your body rested and well taken care of.
Exactly.
And then so one of the questions I want to know is everything that you've accomplished in basketball and everything that you've done. Where did the passion of basketball come from to lead you to all this?
So I had a coach when I was like 5. His name's Kareem Porter. I played for this like little AU team called MABC, and I used to watch him like coach because I was too small to like play. And I'll say that's where the passion came from. He was around a lot. Like he took me to parks and stuff like that. We used to play basketball all the time. I used to watch him work out the older guys, and I say he put a basketball in my hand. And yeah, ever since then it just kind of grown its own. A lot of people say, like they play basketball to like move their families out and like, go to school for free and stuff like that. That's all true and stuff. Like I definitely like want to like improve my family's situations with basketball, but I also just really like the game. And I really just like love playing basketball. So, I mean, if I was a rich kid, like I would still just be playing basketball because I like the game. Like, so the passion started then when I was 5, and it just kind of grew and grew. And over time, when you see like when people doubt and stuff like that, it's just more motivation and stuff like that. And then over the years, there's a lot of other more motivational things I had to face that I don't know, made me want to play more, made me want to prove a lot of people wrong. So there.
I love it. I love it. That's great. And that's great. That's where all the passion started and how you still have it and will always have it. Sounds like, Tre, this has been great. I mean, of all the basketball questions I have for you, I mean, I have some fun questions I just want to ask you that's more outside of basketball if that works for you. It's some 5
Yeah.
questions I usually ask everyone that comes on the show. First of all, one of my questions that I ask is, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food? That's tricky. If I just had to pick, I'll just say seafood. Like
Seafood?
like some lobster, but like I forgot what it's called. It's like when they put a bunch of seafood in a bag and then they like have like season. It's like shaken crab or something like that. I'll just
Oh,
say that.
yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
And then what's your favorite NBA basketball team and NBA player?
Basketball team. I'm gonna tell you this, and it's gonna sound crazy, but like all my friends know this. Like, I watch basketball, but like I don't watch basketball. Like a lot of people would be like, I watch my basketball. Like I watch my game before
Yeah.
I watch any other game. But like the amount of hours I've spent watching NBA or college is like very little. Like I don't at night like that. I don't know. That's never been me. But I don't know if I really have a favorite basketball team. A lot of people. One of my friends at school, Johnny, swears I'm a Curry fan. So I'm gonna just say I'm a Curry fan for now.
All right. Hey, I'll take it. That's a good one. I completely understand what you're saying. You play basketball. You play a lot of basketball, and I'm sure
Yeah.
that you're watching film and everything. And then Curry makes sense, though. Curry's a great player. Do you have a favorite basketball sneaker that you like to wear?
Um, I've been wearing Kyrie's for a very long time. Kyrie's, and I just got put onto some Kobe's. So, and Kobe's about to come out with some new shoes. So, Kyrie's and Kobe's.
Nice, very nice. And then, do you have a favorite type of music that you like to listen to?
A Boogie, feel me? Hybrid's the label. Anything with A Boogie, I'm supporting. Feel me? And I tell everybody in 5 years, I'm gonna have his phone number because that's my man's.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome. And then the last question that I ask is, what's your favorite thing to do outside of basketball? Sounds like basketball is your life. What's one of the things that you like to do outside of basketball?
I don't know. Just chill. I never like on the days I don't play basketball, I never have like a plan like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like if I'm at school, I'm chilling with Kayvon and my one of my dorm people, Johnny. And we're just doing whatever, feel me, laughing, joking around, playing 2K. And if I'm out here, I'm just chilling with two of my like closest friend, Eli Yusuf, and we just be driving around. So I don't know. I just tell a lot of people we do whatever, wherever the world takes us, wherever the wind takes us. And I don't know. I just be chilling, laughing a lot, relaxing.
That sounds great. It sounds like a great thing outside of basketball. And I have one last question I have to ask. I meant to ask this earlier. Are you guys getting rings? What's the plan for when you guys have to win the championship?
I hope we're getting rings. That's still in the works. We might get some gear. I want a ring. I got 2 rings from Tech Boston, so I want to keep getting rings.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I hope we getting rings. Rings last longer than clothing.
Yes, definitely. I fully agree with you on that one.
But they're a lot more expensive. So.
Yes, yes, they are. Yes, they are. Well, Tre, that's all the questions I have for you. Do you have any questions, comments, or statements before we sign off?
Nah, nothing. Oh,
right.
Shout out to Tobin, feel me? And my guy Juice. Yeah, that's it.
All right, awesome. Well, Tre, thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate your time. This has been awesome, and congratulations on all the basketball success, and keep it going, man. The future's extremely bright for you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.